Hey guys, what is up? My name is Proto, and I needed a stream that would relax me. I thought, why not explain Redstone to you guys? So, basically, if you know how Redstone works kind of already, then you can like skip ahead or whatever, or you could just not watch this video because like you're already, versed in it. But if you are completely new to Redstone and don't know what the hell it is or how it works, this is the video for you. So I'm going to try to explain every aspect of Redstone here, hopefully, with a few levels, or what I like to call levels. Starting with level 0, and level 0 is pretty much the common sense stuff. It's the stuff that makes the absolute most sense, and like doesn't really need an explanation per se, but still I'm going to explain it anyway because I'm working for the on this as if you guys were completely new and didn't know what the hell you were doing. So so the first thing I'm going to explain is an ON gate. Well, also keep in mind, people who are already Redstoners and people who know how Redstone works, you will already probably figure out that I'm not using technical terms by Redstoner standards. I'm actually using my own terms to explain this stuff, and you'll see why here in a minute. But anyways, I'm going to be explaining on gates and off gates first. The first couple levels are going to be nothing but gates. Level 3 will start latches, and so on and so forth. Anyways, so an ON gate. What is an ON gate? What I like to call an ON gate is when you have a redstone power source and an output. Basically, an ON gate for me is something that is a gate that's constantly on. Basically, just a power source and a piece of dust. That could also be a redstone block and dust. Just any kind of power source and dust. And if it cannot turn off, that is an ON gate. All right. When you make an ON gate, obviously it's constantly on, but this little mechanic here, per se, with the torch, this will come in handy later. So anyways, that's ON gate. Now an OFF gate is the opposite. Basically, it's a gate that is constantly off, which is this. A little bit more complex, but you cannot turn this on, so that's literally the only OFF gate that can exist, technically. Through technical means. But anyways, that's level 0. Like I said, common sense stuff. The reason why it's level 0 instead of level 1 is because 0 is literally the very absolutely most basic thing that you could think of, and it's pretty much common sense. But I'm explaining it anyway because it'll come in handy later when I'm trying to do explanations for other things. Okay. Level 2. Level 2 consists of something that is technically an ON gate. So it plays a block. You know how with an ON gate you have a block with a redstone torch above it, and you have dust off the torch. Well, this is an inverter. Basically, you place a torch on the side of a block, have something there, and then you need something to power said block. I'm just going to use a lever. This here is an inverter. It's literally one of the most basic things you could make as far as redstone components go. Oh yeah, keep in mind that levels 0 through, I'm thinking 0 through 4, excuse me, are going to be nothing but components, and I'm going to try to explain here. Components and hold on. There's two different types of things. There's one, components, which again, I've been saying components. Then there's another thing, and I'll probably remember it. But anyways, this is an inverter. Basically, all an inverter is an ON gate that you can turn off. It's a toggleable ON gate, so yeah, you can turn it on and off. That's an inverter, pretty much. Oh yeah, there's also another thing about this inverter that I need to explain. Whenever the charge going into this block is, the opposite charge comes out. So if a charge that goes into this block is constantly on, like say with another ON gate, then the output will always be off. If the charge going into it is off, then the output will always be on. So that's another thing that I needed to explain. Hello, golden guy. Anyways, getting into repeaters a little bit. Thank you. Anyways, getting into repeaters a little bit is what I like to call a pass gate. These things are a little bit harder to explain, but bear with me. Basically, you have an ON gate running into a repeater. Then you have dust down here. Obviously, the repeater isn't going to power the dust. Now, in this circumstance, you don't actually have to do anything to this. Like, you don't have to do this or anything. You could do that, but I would not recommend it. Instead, you should save yourself the time and create a pass gate. A pass gate is literally nothing except for a block on top of this redstone dust. Boom. And that will power the redstone dust. And I'll explain why this works in a minute, but first I want to explain why I call this a pass gate. I use this quite a bit, this function here quite a bit in a lot of my redstone builds as a component, and I felt the need that I needed to explain it a little bit because of obvious reasons. But this is a non-inverted pass gate. If you wanted an inverted pass gate, you would get rid of this and then place a torch here. That's an inverted pass gate, because when you turn this torch off, there you go. But anyways, damn gnats. Alright, I call this a pass gate because it allows the charge to run down one block using a repeater without having to, like, while still repeating the signal. So let's say that this charge back here wasn't actually right here, instead it was way over here. You would obviously need a repeater here, but if you couldn't destroy any of these blocks here, then you could use the repeater and place a pass gate here in order to repeat the charge on the other side. If you get what I'm trying to say, then that's pretty much why that is. That's why I do that. Alright. Now I'm actually moving along a lot faster than I was expecting with this, because I'm already in level 1. Let me think. Ah, you're new on Twitch, huh? That's interesting. And yeah, Minecraft is awesome. But anyways, moving on, I'll try to explain an AND gate. So what an AND gate is, it's actually kind of difficult to explain. Actually, I need 2 inputs, so do that and that. Basically, guys, this is how you build an AND gate. That's not how you build... Alright. This is how you build an AND gate. I think that's what it is. I think that's the AND gate. It's either an AND or an OR. It's an AND. Alright, so what is an AND gate? This is what an AND gate is. Basically, by the way, guys, we're in level... No, I'm keeping this in level 1. Anyways, what an AND gate is basically... Just a minute. I'm going to put this here for reference instead of redstone dust. Anyways, if this lever and this lever are both on, then you'll get a redstone output. If one of them is turned off, or if they're both off, then no redstone output. So basically, an AND gate is a logic gate that allows a charge to pass only when both of the top torches are off. That's what it is. Alright, now let's talk about an OR gate. OR gates are a little bit similar, if I can remember how to build one. I don't usually use these particular things, like the AND gates and OR gates. I usually don't use them, so that's why I'm kind of struggling here to build one. But I think it's built like like this, and then actually no, because that's an AND gate. Hold on a minute. I can do this. I hope. Oh, this is bad. Was not expecting to run into this snag. It shouldn't be too difficult, but... Oh, wait a minute. Maybe. No, because that's still an AND gate. Wait a minute. Maybe I was right with this. And then that. Yeah, here we go. Well, no, because that's a NAND gate. Son of a bitch. And I'll explain... You know what? I'm going to explain the NAND gate right now, because NAND gates are actually a little bit easier to explain for me. I'll just build one the legitimate way, though. So, NAND gates are inverters hooked up to AND gates. So, what an AND gate is basically NAND is in, and then the words AND. N-A-N-D. So it's NAND. And here, let me type it into the chat here. That way you can actually see it. NAND gate. Alright. So anyways, what it is basically, if this one and this one are off, then it'll invert the signal. So yeah, it won't invert the signal rather, because it's like there's no torch here. But anyways, it's basically not AND. So if both these things are off, then it'll pass a charge through. If both these things are on, or yeah, if both of them are on, then it won't. So that's that. And actually, I think I may have solved my issue with OR gates. Nope, not like that. Hold on. It'd have to be... Damn it! I'm sucking at this. Maybe it's that. No, that's an AND gate. That would be completely pointless, but for the purpose of me explaining what an OR gate is, that will work. But this is not how you typically build an OR gate, just letting you know. Anyways, what an OR gate is basically if this one or this one is on, or both, but if this one or this one turns on, it'll make the redstone output go. Alright, now a NOR gate is this. Same as the OR gate, except for one thing. It has a torch at the end of it, that way it's constantly on. That way, if this one or the other one turns on, it will turn it off. But yeah, this is a NOR, which is NOR or NOR. Hold on a minute. There we go. NOR. All right. This is a NOR gate. If neither this one nor this one are on, it'll send it through. It'll send a charge through. But if one of them turns on, it will turn off the charge. That's what a NOR gate is. Now, there are NOR latches, which I'm not going to explain right now because of obvious reasons, because that's in level 3. But anyways, NOR latches are different than NOR gates. I'll explain latches here in a bit. All right. All right. So far, let me go over what I've gone through. Level 0. These two are on gates. This is an off gate, constantly off. Inverter, pass gate, AND gate, NAND gate, OR gate, and NOR gate. Okay, now I gotta think of what I want to explain next.